Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining me for another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 19. Today's episode, we've got two huge fixtures coming up. We start with our first Champions League game at Old Trafford this season against PSG in the group stages. It's almost a cup final in itself. Then it's Monday Night Football at the Etihad for the Manchester derby. City against United. Will Manchester stay red? And look at our remaining fixtures. We've got Bournemouth, Galatasaray, that Spurs showdown, and then Wigan in the round of 16 of the Carabao Cup. That game will be played under the floodlights of Old Trafford. Elsewhere, you got West Ham against Leicester, Man City against Leeds United, and Chelsea travel to Cardiff. But anyway, let's crack on with our first game today. Oh, the Champions League back at Old Trafford once again for this season. It's United against PSG. Really looking forward to this. As I've already said, it's like a cup final in itself. We're in good form, especially in the league, heading into this game. But we are, of course, without our top goal scorer, Romelu Lukaku, who is out for 8 weeks. He does not start at all for Manchester United, whereas Marcus Rashford will slot into that position. Will he be able to step up to the plate and provide the goals that we need? We've already picked up our first win in the Champions League group stages in that difficult away game to Legia Warsaw. PSG also got off to a winning start in the Champions League with a comfortable win over Galatasaray. Let's have a look at the starting lineups then for both sides. For Manchester United, 2 changes. Rashford in for the injured Romelu Lukaku. It's Nemanja Matic that's in for Yuri Tielemans, looking for that extra bit of experience for such a big game in Europe. And it'll be interesting to see how De Ligt fares having to come up against the likes of Cavani, Neymar and Mbappe. All 3 start up top for PSG tonight. It's a midfield 3 of Verratti, Bonaventura and Fabian. Look at that back 4. And Buffon starts in goal. Already Manchester United find themselves on the back foot in this game. Not even 10 minutes have been played, and look at Verratti. Worked her way through. Hits the crossbar. Lucky for United that. Munir on for Mbappe. It's Fabian. It's Cavani. It's Fabian. It's Mbappe. It's scintillating stuff this at the moment from PSG. What a ball that is into the box from Mbappe to find the head of a Neymar. It's 1-0 PSG, and they've gone like the clappers since the game kicked off. Not quite sure what Dalot is doing. You can't be losing Neymar, especially in that 6-yard area. Diogo Dalot got a lot of making up to do. Got a lot of work ahead of him as well. It's going to be a long game playing up against Neymar. Well, here is Luke Shaw now. That's a good ball into the box, and Marcus Rashford thought he got the equaliser. His header just hitting the side net in there. Good connection made with the ball. Here is Harry Maguire. Good seeking ball, looking for the head of Anthony Martial. Manchester United have PSG pegged back a bit at the moment. Matic through for Marcus Rashford! It's 1-1. It's game on. Marcus Rashford has beaten Gianluigi Buffon here at Old Trafford. And in such style, that quick passage of play, the transfer of the ball, getting into the final thirds of the pitch from Matic to Rashford. Brilliant hit. United moving the ball around quickly. It's what they need to do against PSG. Matic back to Pogba, hits it! Was that going to be on target? It was a vital block from Thiago Silva. Just glancing off his knee. It's going to be a Manchester United corner then. Here is Fabian to Cavani. It's Kylian Mbappe now. The close control of the ball to his feet. What a challenge from Matic. Getting his body in the way. Good defending all around from the Manchester United back 3. And De Gea clears, and it's poor. It's poor as Fabian is back on the ball for PSG. Luke Shaw trying to win it back. Here is Verratti. It's Bonaventura, look to flick it up and volley it. But Maguire with his big frame in the way, and that's going to be offside for Neymar. Pogba, first time to Anthony Martial. Finds Marcus Rashford. We can bring this inside the penalty area now. Nice little step over. Rashford almost found a way through. Almost got United in the lead for the first time in this game, right before half-time. But that is a world-class save from a world-class goalkeeper. Buffon. Rashford needs options, finds Lingard. It's a good ball over the top to find Anthony Martial now. To Luke Shaw. Good inviting cross into the box. And it's a header away by Rodriguez. Martial, the Old Trafford crowd roaring on. United, Pogba through for Matic. He has Rashford off to his left and finds him. Rashford drags it back to find Paul Pogba. It's a heavy touch. And it's cleared in the end. No nonsense. Here is Ndidi. Nice step over. Gets past Paul Pogba. Cavani now. Cavani still has the ball and finds the run of Adam Lallana. Adam Lallana, former Liverpool man, will be enjoying that one. He's put PSG in the lead for the second time here tonight. So easy. Manchester United have it all to do again. It's Pogba to Matic. There's the run of Jesse Lingard, but finds Rashford instead. Still on the ball and makes it 2-2. Instant reply from Manchester United. Caught PSG napping at the back. I'm not quite sure what that challenge was from Thiago Silva as Rashford breezes past him. Cavani finds Ndidi. It's Mbappe. First time as well. Struck with such venom. And what a save from David De Gea. How many times have I said that this season already? Neymar to Lallana. Never thought I'd be saying those two names in the same sentence. Here is Mbappe now. He's got past Luke Shaw and Mbappe going to strike it. That's ambitious. He is just something else, isn't he, Mbappe? He's very unfortunate not to get something from that. But it was a bit of a tight angle, especially with De Gea in goal. Here is Lallana, finds Verratti. He's going to find Rodriguez. Cavani breaking through. And that is world-class defending by the Manchester United captain, Chris Smalling. Immense reactions. Keeping this game at 2-2. Here is Verratti. Finds Mbappe. Munir. And it's a good header away from Chris Smalling. But it's not good enough. As it fell for Verratti, it was a snap pass to find Cavani. And he struck that past David De Gea. And has made it 3-2. 82 minutes on the clock as well. It's Marcus Rashford going to chase the ball down. He's on for a hat-trick as well. Here's Jesse Lingard. Rashford sticks his foot out. Works a way through. Marcus Rashford finds Pogba. He's open. And he makes it 3-3. Talk about bounce back ability. United certainly have it. This team does anyway. The way Pogba controlled the ball. Turned it over to his favourite right side. And beats Buffon. It's their one final throw of the dice for PSG. It's Cavani through for Choupo-Moting. And it's a challenge made by Diogo Dalot, who's made quite a few errors in this game against PSG. And he's conceded the penalty with just 2 minutes to go. Manchester United about to be robbed of the 3 points. And it's Cavani to step up and get his second goal of the game. 1-on-1 with David De Gea. Cavani to make it 4-3. And he's missed. How has Cavani missed? Manchester United have been well and truly let off the hook here against PSG in the second group stage game of the Champions League this season. Diogo Dalot with quite a few individual errors in this game, costing us that penalty. We are very, very fortunate that Cavani went for the chip, went for the spectacular and missed it. It's finished 3-3 and we walk away with just a point. What a game against PSG. Let's have a look at all the other groups then, how everyone's got on after the second game of the group stages. So Sporting Lisbon and Valencia leading the way in Group A. Juve haven't even won yet. Spurs and Schalke, first and seconds. Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan doing well in Group C. We're second in our group. level on points with PSG. Barcelona, Lazio, Lyon and Shakhtar Donetsk all level on points. That's going to be a tight group. Dortmund and Real Madrid doing well. Bayern, Benfica, they're okay. Man City have won both of their games. Ever since putting pen to paper in the summer for Manchester United, De Ligt has been fantastic. He has really settled into the side. He's become a first team starter, someone that we can heavily rely on at the back. And since signing, De Ligt has pretty much forced Bailly out of the team. Although I am trying my best to rotate the team as much as possible as the season goes on. Kramaric as well has been brilliant. I know he hasn't really lit up the team when it comes to scoring goals. Only managed to get 1 goal, but his performances have all been very positive. I'm really happy with the direction he's going in. And whenever I do use him on the pitch, he's been brilliant, especially coming off the bench. He does seem to have some sort of an impact for the team. Well, up next then, it's the big one. It's the Manchester derby. City against United at the Etihad in the Premier League. And I never thought I'd be saying this, but it's top versus bottom. City currently in the bottom half of the table. I know it's still early days, but it's mad to see, especially the teams that they've come up against. They're teams that they should be rolling over pretty easily, but they haven't been. They've been struggling. So this game, this Manchester derby, is huge for City. They need this win. They need those 3 points. They need to turn up here, and Pep Guardiola will, of course, know that. This could also prove to be the turning point of their season if they are to beat Manchester United. Whereas from Manchester United's point of view, we need to make sure that doesn't happen. We need to turn up ourselves. We need to get those 3 points, keep our place at the top of the table, keep that momentum going, and show City why we won the league last season and why we're aiming to do it once again this year. It's the Manchester derby. City against United. Will it be blue or red? There we go. Both teams are out on the pitch now. Let's have a look at the starting lineups then. Why this City team are struggling so much in the league so far, I don't know. They've got Carvajal, Stones, Otamendi and Mendy at the back. Eriksen, Thomas and De Bruyne in midfield. And a front three of Sterling, Aguero and Leroy Sané. Why are they struggling? For Manchester United, it's the 3-4-3 once again. It's worked out so well so far. It's Victor Lindelof that comes in alongside Smalling and Maguire as the back three. In midfield, Dalot remains in the first team with Tielemans, Pogba and Shaw, Lingard, Rashford and Martial up top. Lindelof with the throw then, finds Jesse Lingard. No options going forwards. Here is Lindelof again. Tielemans. Paul Pogba over the top for Marcus Rashford, and it's fallen perfectly. It's 1-0 Manchester United. First blood to United in the derby. What a start. We are off to a flyer against City, who seem so fragile at the back. As we've just seen, look at the way Marcus Rashford breaks through. He goes unmarked and grabs the first goal. Sterling, De Bruyne. United packed in nicely at the moment, nice and compact at the back. Here is Eriksen, well won. And Manchester United come forwards again. It's Anthony Martial. Look at the space for Tielemans. Through for Marcus Rashford, who's onside. And Marcus Rashford makes it 2. United all over City. No wonder City are doing so poorly in the league this season. They are so fragile at the back. Look at that gap that allowed Rashford in. Just seems too easy. Christian Eriksen. Thomas Partey, and City have lost the ball again. That's through for Jesse Lingard. Easy for Marcus Rashford to get his hat-trick within half an hour. And he almost had it. The crossbar denies him that hat-trick within the first half an hour. Eriksen finds Raheem Sterling, and that is a good challenge from Harry Maguire, and he goes in again. And the referee going to stop play. It's going to be a card for Harry Maguire. Just needs to calm down a little. There's no need really, seeing that we're already 2-0 up. Otamendi, Eriksen finds Kevin De Bruyne. It's 2-1, and just like that, City are right back in this game. It's just a moment of quality, that's all it takes. And Kevin De Bruyne has found the back of the net for Man City. Where do we go from here then in the derby? Is this going to give City the momentum to go on and get a second? Smalling, Maguire chasing Aguero down as he bursts through. Smalling does well, good defending. De Gea going to give that to Maguire. Sterling nicks it. And Sterling, oh, straight at De Gea. Incredible save. It was a tight angle for Raheem Sterling. And they need to concentrate. Here is Thomas Partey. De Bruyne. Thomas again finds Christian Eriksen. It's 2-2. Now we've got a real game on our hands here in the Manchester derby. This is a derby. This is what it's all about. What a finish. It's an absolute thunderbolt. It's a worldie from Christian Eriksen. The speed the ball left his foot and elevated up into the roof of the net. He almost burst the net. Wow. Kevin De Bruyne loses out to Jesse Lingard. Pogba now. Through for Marcus Rashford, looking for that hat-trick. He almost had it. Ederson off his line quickly. Puts his body on the line. Gets in the way of the shot. And he pushes it up onto the crossbar. Very, very fortunate. Side wide to Lingard first time to Tielemans. Comfortable. Comfortable as you like for Ederson. Not the best of clearances. Lingard going to head that to find Rashford on the volley. And the crossbar is denied in the hat-trick once again here in the second half. Not going to make a change. Off goes Anthony Martial. Failed to do much for United. On comes Andrej Kramaric. Pogba losing the ball to Christian Eriksen. Thomas Partey now, who was a real vocal point in central midfield for City in the first half. Here is Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne through. And it's a challenge from Lindelof. What on earth? And the referee sending him off. It's a red card for Victor Lindelof. Bernardo Silva was in our goal. Lindelof lunges in. Pep Guardiola has got the penalty. Has got Manchester United down to 10 men. With minutes to go. Kevin De Bruyne, the captain, steps up to take it. To win it as well. To make it 3-2. And he does. Manchester United absolutely robbed here in the Manchester derby. Lindelof lunging in. And I thought he was goal side. Thought he was going to get to the ball. Bernardo Silva goes down too easily. Wins himself the penalty for his team. And wins the game. It's going to finish 3-2 here. It's Man City that walk away as winners this time around in the derby. I feel absolutely gutted for Marcus Rashford. Was brilliant in the first half. Grabbing those 2 goals. Almost got a hat-trick in the first half an hour. It just wasn't to be. Anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.